What's up, mi gente? We are cooking with cannabis today on the Bluntness. This is Chef Nick E with the Herbal Creative Kitchen, and we are making some empanadas de yuca with a little fresh mozzarella cheese from a local dairy farm and some apple chutney. So first we are going to turn on the smoker just to get a little smoky flavor in the apples. Just try to turn it to the lowest setting. The lowest setting maybe at like 150 degrees, definitely less than 200, so we're not fully cooking the apples before we throw them in the pan. So we'll just peel them first. All right, so after the apples are peeled, we'll place them right in the smoker, set at 150 degrees. Close the lid, let them ride for about 15 minutes, and then once they are completely done, after that 15 minutes is over, you'll get a nice smoky apple. All right, so we will dice up our apples. Next thing that we're gonna do is caramelize a little bit of shallots. That will give it our nice little sweet and savory mixture that we're going for. I'm just gonna finely mince this thing. Throw our minced shallots in there. We're gonna caramelize that for a little bit. Once it's fully caramelized, we will add our smoked apple that we already previously diced up. Then we'll add a little bit of lemon zest and lemon juice. This will kind of macerate the fruit. And we will also add a little bit of spices because this is a chutney. So we'll put a little cinnamon stick in there. We'll put a couple star anise, and we will grate a little fresh nutmeg in there as well. Ooh, this looks good though. Now we just put in some cane sugar, which Dominican Republic obviously is known for so much. And we'll just let that cook down. And that's going to turn into a nice chutney. And we'll just leave that on the side over there and do the rest of our recipe. So next we have is our beautiful Basque flour. We are using Doc Holiday today. Figured that'd be a great strain to go with our holidays. This is a great appetizer to use when you're entertaining with a lot of people. So I feel like this strain will go perfect with that as well. Nice little theme. So first we will take about a gram of plant. We will break it up nice and fine on our tray. First, obviously, we need to set our oven to 240 degrees. And then we are going to decarboxylate our plant for about 40 minutes until it turns a little bit of a goldish brownish color, and then that'll be ready for our infusion. So once our plant matter is fully broken up, and we are putting it in our 240 degree oven, and we'll leave it in there for about 40 minutes. And then while that is going, we will have our chutney cooking, and we can start on our masa or our dough for our empanadas. So first we're going to prepare our yuca, which is also known as cassava, or is also where you get tapioca flour from. It is a completely gluten-free product, and it does actually have all that nice starch to make a nice shell, nice flour substitute for whatever we're baking or making. So we'll first just peel this. There's always a wax coating when it gets imported to the country, and this also preserves it. So we'll just make sure we take all of that off. Once our yuca is completely peeled, we will finely grate it. And there is a lot of moisture in the yuca, so we will grate it and then completely squeeze out all the moisture. All right, so we have our box grater and our prepared peeled yuca. We will just finely grate this. So we're left with this nice yuca pulp. So after our yuca is peeled, grated, it will look like this. We'll put it in a strainer over a bowl with some cheesecloth. That way we can squeeze out all the moisture. And as you see, all that water is coming right out of it. So we'll just continue to do that until most of the moisture is gone. So first we're gonna put a little olive oil into the pan. Then we have our strained, grated, prepared yuca in our cheesecloth. We're gonna put that right on the hot oil, or just warm. We're gonna be at about a low to medium heat. And then we'll just spread it completely on this pan, and then we will season it. We'll hit it with a little salt. We'll hit it with a little pepper. Some of that Dominican oregano. And some smoked paprika. Give it a little color and spice to it. And then we'll just let that keep cooking. And you'll see that it'll kind of change another color. Start to turn a little darker. So, once all our seasonings are incorporated, it will be slightly drier. We do today have some terpene water, which is made from the bubble hash process, which is the strained liquid right after the bubble hash is made, after agitating the ice and water together. This water is always usually just tossed down the drain, but today we'll use it to give it a nice little extra terpene flavor kick to our empanada shells rather than just using regular water. So I'll put about 2 tablespoons of that in there. It smells good. And then we'll just keep cooking that, and you see how we change into a different color. And then we'll just kind of keep working that in together. All right, so once we start to get a nice formed dough in our pan, we will just completely remove that and onto our surface. So we'll just cut them about 8 different pieces, even. And we have our little dough. We'll make them into balls. And then just smash down. Cut out a perfect circle out of here. Perfect taco shells too. All right, so once our plant matter is decarboxylated, we developed that nice golden color. It's not super lime green as it was. We'll put that directly into our chutney that's also been cooking for a while, along with a little bit of coconut oil. This will help that little bit of fat and help the cannabinoids bind to the fat, and that way our infusion will fully infuse to our chutney. All right, so we have our prepared shell. We'll take a nice piece of our freshly pulled local mozzarella. Then we'll take a nice little dollop of our infused apple chutney. Put that together. We'll close that up to a half moon. and press down with our fingers right there. And then we will crimp the edges. I don't think, yeah. All right, so we have our empanadas with our crimped edges that we used a fork for, so they're nice and sealed. Make sure that it's completely sealed, no air pockets outside, so none of that nice cheese comes oozing out, or that chutney that will be super hot. And then we have our hot avocado oil, probably around 350 degrees. This will fry up our empanadas nice and crispy. Once it's golden brown, we'll take each one of them out. We'll keep frying until we're completely done with all our 8 to 10 empanadas, however many you were able to get out of the dough. Drain on paper towels just to get rid of the excess oil on there. We have our nice crispy empanadas. Melted cheese in the middle, apple chutney. They look beautiful. Amazing. Just a couple flowers, make it look pretty. Awesome. Thank you for joining us today. Make sure you're following Bluntness Media and Kitchen, K-I-T-H-C-E-N, on YouTube and IG, and tune in to our next episode for some more exclusive content.